The opening of the movie features Puss in Boots, played by Antonio Banderas, relating the story of a meteor that plummeted to Earth and ended up in an undisclosed location. According to the tale, the star holds the power to grant a single wish to whoever is deemed deserving enough to receive it. Puss is living the life of a renowned hero and is hosting a celebration at the governor's mansion in Del Mar. As he sings about his bravery, the governor enters the scene and Puss must flee. However, he uses his cunning to outsmart the governor and his guards before setting off fireworks and waking up the sleeping giant of Del Mar. The giant goes on a rampage, but Puss faces the challenge with bravery and uses his intelligence to knock it unconscious. Despite his victory, the celebration is cut short when the bell used to defeat the giant falls and crushes Puss. Puss is greeted by the town doctor when he awakes in his office. The doctor informs Puss that he has died from the bell, but Puss dismisses it as cats have 9 lives. However, the doctor reminds Puss of all the other times he has perished, such as in a bullfight, losing a poker game, falling off a ledge, getting burned while baking cookies, with a cameo from Gingy the Gingerbread Man, being shot out of a cannon, crushed by a heavy weight, and having an allergic reaction to shellfish. This means Puss has only 1 life left. The doctor advises Puss to retire from his adventurous lifestyle, but the cat remains confident and unconcerned. At a pub, Puss is approached by the enigmatic Big Bad Wolf, who is armed with 2 scythes. Puss pulls out his sword in response, but is quickly disarmed. The wolf proves to be a formidable opponent, with his quick movements and ability to cut Puss with his scythe. Puss realizes he is afraid of the wolf and decides to retire from his adventures. As instructed by the doctor, Puss is taken in by a woman named Mama Luna, who has a love for cats. Puss buries his iconic boots, hat, and cape as a symbol of saying goodbye to his former life and joins Mama Luna's other cats, but they do not welcome him with open arms. He becomes unhappy with his new domestic lifestyle. One day, he meets a small dog disguised as a cat, referred to by Puss as Perrito. Goldilocks, Mama, Papa, and Baby Bear, who are all bounty hunters, are searching for Puss in order to complete a secret mission. When they break into Mama Luna's house, Baby Bear picks up Puss, but Goldilocks fails to recognize him due to his change in appearance. The group decides to carry on with their mission, but Puss overhears them talking about a heist to steal a map to the wishing star, which is in the possession of Big Jack Horner. Realizing the potential of the map, Puss decides to go after it himself and reclaim his hero status. Puss sneaks into Big Jack's compound, with Perrito following him, believing he can assist. Jack is a collector of magical artifacts from various fairy tales, such as Cinderella's glass slipper and the growing cookie from Alice in Wonderland. He wants to use the map to find the wishing star and obtain all the magic in the world. Puss tries to grab the map, but is interrupted by Kitty Softpaws, his former love interest. The two engage in a fight for the map, as Kitty was recruited by Goldie and the Bears, but was planning to double-cross them and is angry with Puss for a previous betrayal. Jack witnesses the fight and chases after them, but Puss and Kitty escape with Perrito driving them away from Jack's henchmen. Jack then assembles his baker's dozen of followers, along with necessary magical artifacts, to retrieve the map. As the heroes escape, Puss is scared when he thinks he sees the wolf lurking in the shadows. Puss, Kitty, and Perrito pause their escape and proceed with their expedition towards the star through a portal in the dark forest. They discover that the map has the ability to change the surroundings based on whoever is in possession of it. When either Puss or Kitty takes hold of the map, their journey becomes ominous and perilous. However, when Perrito takes hold of it, the environment transforms into a joyful rainbow world due to his positive attitude. The cats make a decision to let Perrito keep the map. As they continue on their journey, they observe Goldie and the Bears descending, causing them to hasten their pace. As Puss, Kitty, and Perrito travel, they encounter a field of massive flowers called Pocket Full of Posies. The flowers attack Puss and Kitty, but Perrito's ability to smell the flowers earns him their favor. Puss reminds his companions to stop and smell the roses. Meanwhile, Goldie and the bears, along with Jack and his minions, also cross paths with the Posies, but they have a rougher experience. Some of Jack's crew are consumed or killed, while Goldie and the bears manage to defend themselves and continue on their way. The three main characters, Perrito, Puss, and Kitty, continue their journey. Perrito shares his tragic backstory with Puss and Kitty, revealing that his original family constantly tried to get rid of him and finally succeeded by throwing him into a river in a sock with a stone. Although Puss and Kitty are heartbroken by his story, Perrito remains optimistic. He wanders away from the group and is captured by Jack and his henchmen in a colorful forest. Another battle ensues when Goldie and the bears arrive, and the henchmen are defeated when they are hit with unicorn horns that turn them into confetti. During the chaos, Goldie and the bears take the map from the trio. Jack also encounters a talking cricket who tries to guide him to the path of good but is unsuccessful. As the surroundings transform into a sinister and intimidating forest, Puss finds himself on the run, worrying that the wolf is trailing him. Perrito encounters Puss and attempts to console him. Puss confides in Perrito, revealing that he requires the wish to save his life. He also opens up to Perrito about the reason for Kitty's anger towards him. Puss abandoned her at the altar on their wedding day due to the belief that there was no place for anyone in his adventurous lifestyle. Upon overhearing Puss's remorse for hurting her, Kitty decides to support him. Goldie discovers a map that leads her and the bears back to their cottage, where they originally took her in as an orphan. They plan to let her make a wish for herself. However, the trio sneak into the cottage and Puss manages to take the map back, but they are soon discovered. In the chaos, Goldie takes Perrito hostage while the surroundings change. Puss obtains the map and finds himself trapped in a giant crystal cave. He gives the map to Kitty so she can locate Perrito while he tries to escape. Perrito is seated while Goldie and Baby are engaged in a heated argument, exchanging insults. He interjects and tells them that they have a perfect family that he longs for. The bears begin to develop a fondness for Perrito, however. Kitty succeeds in stealing him and escaping. Goldie and the bears become lost as they try to find their way back, which results in a disagreement. Goldie expresses her desire to have a real family, meaning a human one, and this statement breaks the bears' hearts. Mama promises to assist Goldie in fulfilling her wish if it will bring her happiness. Jack employs the use of his remaining henchmen to serve as a bridge to reach the next destination. Despite his efforts, most of them fall to their deaths while attempting to carry the cart with them. The cricket comes to the conclusion that Jack is a cruel individual right before being shrugged off Jack's shoulder. Puss communicates with his former lives, which are depicted as arrogant, in the cave. He realizes that he cherishes his current life with Kitty and Perrito, but his realization is interrupted by the appearance of the wolf. The wolf informs Puss that he has witnessed his previous deaths and that he is Death, here to claim Puss's soul. Puss once again flees out of fear. Puss arrives at the spot where the star is located and begins to recite the incantation. I wish I may. I wish I might. When Kitty and Perrito show up, Kitty is suspicious of Puss as they had previously agreed to share the wish. Puss tries to explain the situation with death coming for him, but this is interrupted by the arrival of Goldie, the bears, Jack, and his henchmen. A struggle ensues as everyone fights for the map. The star rises off the ground and creates a force field, which causes the henchmen to be thrown out and Baby to be almost pulled away. Goldie sacrifices her own chance to get the wish in order to save Baby, realizing that the bears are her true family. Kitty saves Perrito by knocking Jack into his bottomless bag. The wolf reappears and ensnares Puss within a blazing ring. He mocks Puss's fear of death and accuses him of taking the easy way out by using his wish to cheat death. Reflecting on the memories he has shared with Kitty and Perrito, Puss decides to make his final moments meaningful. He grabs his sword and engages in a battle with the wolf. Despite the intense fight, Puss manages to disarm his opponent. The wolf becomes incensed as he had hoped to witness Puss as a daring rogue fearless of death, but he resigns himself to the fact that there will be another opportunity for their paths to cross again. The wolf departs, and Jack crawls out of his bag after gobbling up the expanding cookie. He seizes the map and starts trying to make his wish, but Perito tries to interrupt him by utilizing adorable puppy eyes, which was taught to him by Kitty. Jack remains unaffected due to his unpleasant personality, but it was just a ploy to buy some time for Goldie to send Puss and Kitty to attack Jack, with the bears joining the battle. Puss, Kitty, and Goldie tear the map apart, resulting in the star collapsing. Jack tries to put the map back together, but one piece is missing, which is in the possession of the cricket who burns it, obliterating the map completely. The star completely falls apart and consumes Jack before launching back into the sky and exploding. Puss and his friends part ways with Goldie and the bears. Perito opts to keep his name as he is content to call Puss and Kitty his new family. They all sit and admire the stars together. A few days after, the governor encounters a setback in his plan to go on a holiday when he realizes his boat is missing and suspects someone is behind it. Puss, Kitty, and Perito embark on new journeys and plan to reconnect with old acquaintances. The shot shifts to the kingdom of far, far away, where it is assumed that Puss will reunite with a notorious ogre.